Hey there, crafters. I'm Amelia Deemer, Senior Product Manager at Brother, and today we're here to dive into Artspira's biggest update yet. We're so excited to tell you about all of the incredible new features that we've just added to Artspira today. You better start updating that app because you won't want to miss these amazing features. After we walk through the updates, we'll have a quick Q&A session to answer your questions about Artspira, of course. But drop your questions in the comments and we'll try to answer as many as we can during the session. But that's not all. On today's live, we're also going to be holding a giveaway. Stick around for a chance to win one of 2 Brother sketch machines. To enter, you're simply going to comment with hashtag Artspira in the chat. We'll randomly select a winner and announce it in the comments at the end of the show. Stay tuned, get comfy, and let's dive into all exciting updates that will make your Artspira experience even more magical. So as you guys can probably see, I have a lot of Disney samples behind me today. So we're super excited to announce that Disney has come to Artspira. So what does that mean, right? We have a lot of Disney products. We have a lot of Disney designs with Brother. So today I'm going to walk you through what exactly the Disney designs are and what's being included in the application. So first, we'll kind of switch over to the tablet that I have with us today. You'll notice if you've updated your app today, and that's one thing I just want to really call out to you guys. If you don't see the Disney updated on your app, simply just go into the Apple, the App Store or your device's App Store, and you're going to update the application. So first, we're going to go through, and you're going to see a lot of different categories underneath the embroidery section for Disney. So you're going to see things like Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland, Bambi, Big Hero 6, Cars 3, Cars the movie. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's a lot of great stuff here. So feel free to kind of peruse the categories and pick your favorite property. So the first thing I kind of want to go through, and let's select, just because Aladdin is my favorite property, one of the Aladdin designs today. So just give the iPad a moment to kind of load these designs. But once we're in the application, if it will allow me to do so. You know, Wi-Fi, I feel, is always you never know what you're going to get with that. But let me try one other category while we're kind of looking through here. And while that's loading, I do want to mention too that the Artspira Disney designs, they are going to be for individual purchase. So what does that mean? That basically means that you don't have to have any additional subscriptions, or we're not, you know, asking you to be a part of the Artspira Plus subscription to be able to purchase these Disney designs. So if you are an embroidery user, you'll be able to access the Disney designs and pay for them individually. And if you're a Artspira Plus subscriber, you'll actually get 30% off of some of those Disney designs. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this and hand the iPad to my trusty social team that is with me today. See if we can get the Wi-Fi up and running, just so I can kind of show you guys up, and all they had to do is touch it. I mean, that's the kind of magic that we're making here at Brother, right? So as you can see here on the screen, we have a lot of the Alice in Wonderland designs, and they're super cute. And the one thing that I really enjoy about having Disney in Artspira is that I can make any type of project I want, right? So I can take a Disney design, I can add my niece's name, I can add other additional designs to the design that I'm working with. And there are already projects in Artspira. So guess what? I can look at the project list in Artspira. And if there's a project that I'm loving, a tote bag, a t-shirt, I can select a Disney design to create with that project. So I would follow along my project instructions. And instead of sending that design that comes with it, I'd simply select my favorite Disney design to transfer. So what we're looking at here is the design purchase screen. So you'll see how many colors of thread that you'll need to be able to use this design. You'll hit purchase. And the next thing you'll see is the price for the design, of course. And then you'll also have the ability to check the hoop size. So this is so important with the Disney designs, right? We want to make sure that the designs that you're purchasing are actually going to fit the hoop size for the product that you have. So when I mean hoop size is, you know, things like our Sketch product, right? We know that that is a 4x4 magnetic hoop. Things like our SC700, again, 4x4, but there are machines that do connect to Artspira that do have 5x7 hoops. So we want to be really conscious of that hoop size when we're purchasing these Disney designs. So I'll say checked. I'm going to hit agree to all of the fun Disney terms and conditions that we're all familiar with. And then it's just going to take a second and it'll allow me to kind of purchase. So go through there. And once that has been purchased, I'll show you where you can find all of your purchased Disney designs. So it's saying we're all set, we're good to go. Once that goes away, we'll kind of go back to this main screen. So you'll see at the top, there's a purchase tab. So at the very top, that's where I'm going to keep all of my purchased Disney designs within this application. So you can see earlier today, I purchased this fun Disney or Mickey design, and then we also have our Alice in Wonderland design that we just purchased. So I'll click that and I'm ready to create. So I'll hit create. And this is going to download it and bring it over to our design editor. So in the design editor, we do have the ability to add different elements or move the design around. So I can add some text, or, you know, if I want to add an additional design to it, I can do that. So I'll go, okay, I'm good with the size. I'm good with the, you know, the positioning of where it is on my artboard. And I'm going to go down to add. And I can add things like non-licensed designs. So if there's like a heart, right, like Queen of Hearts, I can add that to this. If I have a, you know, a personal design that I really enjoy that I've imported, right? Because we know Artspira allows you to import up to 20 designs in the free version and up to 100 in the paid. So I can pull those designs and, you know, work with them here in the artboard. And then of course, there's the text prompt area as well. So I could add somebody's name. We'll just put Alice, and then I can select that. I can move that around. And then once I'm happy, you know, of course, we'll move through the rest of the screens and transfer. You can save or not save it. So of course you can save it to your My Creations tab if you want to use this again in the future. And then when you have your embroidery machine hooked up to your Artspira and it's linked and you're ready to go, you'll see your machine there and you'll hit transfer. And that's as easy as it is with the Artspira Disney designs. So what else about Disney? Let's go back here to the home screen. You'll notice at the top, there's two tabs. So we have our embroidery tab and we have our cutting tab. So the embroidery, there's a lot of different categories here, and the cutting, we are introducing Disney for that as well. There's slightly less categories here, but this is an area where you're going to see more designs coming out over the next couple months, right? So we have some embroidery designs, but we also have cutting designs that we're going to be releasing in the app quarterly. So these will be new, fresh Disney designs, new properties. We'll, of course, have some of the things that maybe you guys have seen before, like the Maribel from Encanto. So that's a really fun one that we've actually stitched out this morning. And here's a great project or example of how you might be able to use some of these Disney designs with a tote bag. And again, making that project, right? So we made this project and then you're simply just adding that design to kind of finish the, you know, finish the project. So lots of great stuff right there. And then of course, for our cutting, a lot of you know, we do have the Disney Scan and Cut, which is our cutting machine. This machine has a lot of Disney built in. But now you can have your built-in Disney designs and you can have your Disney designs in Artspira as well. So if you really love Disney and that is your jam, then you're going to love the Artspira Disney cutting designs. So we'll kind of go through this briefly as well. Again, you'll see some of those familiar ones that we saw in the embroidery tab, but things like Beauty and the Beast, you'll have Ariel, you'll have some Frozen designs in here as well. And there's a lot to work with. So you can see similarly to the other designs as well, you're going to be able to select and purchase. The cool thing I will add about the cutting designs, which is really a license limitation and not so much a brother limitation, is that you can fully resize the Disney designs with the cutting machines. So if I want to make the design very small, I want to make the design very large, I can do that with the Disney designs with our cutting machines. With the embroidery, there are restraints to the sizing that you can change with the embroidery, but that also has to do with the digitizing of that file as well. So there are small limitations there with some of the embroidery Disney designs. But with that, that is Disney and Artspira, and we are so excited to have it. And again, I just want to remind you guys that we are going to be continuously updating this app, right? We have been updating it, through the past year. Every couple months or so, you guys see the new updates that are coming out. And with this one, we will continue to do the same. Again, really adding those new Disney designs every quarter. So we're super excited about that. The other thing I really wanted to talk to you guys about today is the education tab. So the education tab, if you're not aware of it, if you scroll all the way to the right on the home screen, you'll see education. And within education, we have several different categories. The education is so great and unique on Artspira because it's completely free. You don't have to pay for it, right? So some of those competitors, you're having to pay for lessons, you're having to pay for videos. My favorite thing too about this is that all the folks that are on these videos, they're brother educators. So they're people who work with the product every day. They're professionals in their field, right? They know the product that they're working with. So the information, the techniques that they're sharing with you, you're going to be guided in the right direction, especially if you're a beginner or trying to learn that new product, right? So in the embroidery section, you'll see two categories. You'll have your embroidery basics. You'll also have your sketch PP1 category. So today, we actually added an additional 8 new sketch videos. So if you do have a sketch machine and you are trying to learn that basic embroidery, you can go in here and select some of those newer embroidery videos. And there are things like hooping the fabric, threading, winding, installing that bobbin, beginner's guides, types of information. But I encourage you, even if you are somewhat of a intermediate user, to come in here and just take a look. I mean, the basics even, I would say, have some really great information, especially as it relates to our embroidery machines. And I know some of you guys know Kim Novak, and she is the one that is kind of working on these videos and getting them prepped and ready for you guys. So the information that she's sharing is really good. So everything from choosing a design from your project, embroidery file types, simple machine editing, tips and techniques for design placement, all really great stuff. And the other thing I wanted to add as it relates to our educational videos is that we're adding educational videos every quarter. So there's going to be new categories. We're going to have things like more advanced techniques. We're going to talk about how to create a certain project, or, kind of taking you step by step and holding your hand through that process. So these are all really great things that you can get in Artspira. And again, free, right? You don't have to have the Artspira Plus subscription to access that education portal. And not only are you getting that embroidery education, you're also getting Artspira education. So you're new to Artspira and you're like, what do I do? What's here for me? What are all the things that I can explore? You can actually go to the Artspira tab, select your videos, and then you can move through some of those tips and tricks. Same thing with cutting. So we have our cutting basics line. We have our printing basics line. And as you guys know, we have our Print Moda fabric printer. And we also have our sublimation printer back here, which is more of a new product. But we have those videos in this app for you guys as well, so that as you're learning your sublimation, as you're learning your Print Moda fabric printing, you can come here and try to understand the different things that you can do with those products. And of course, yes, as I mentioned, the sublimation. So that is definitely something I encourage everybody to check out. And the other thing I wanted to talk about today is that if you haven't had a chance to check out or join our Artspira closed Facebook group, please do so, because there are a lot of great added benefits to being an Artspira closed Facebook group member. You can get early access to things with the app. You'll get a heads up when new releases are coming. We also do exclusive giveaways. So if you are enjoying Artspira, you want to share with the community, you want to share feedback, you want to get tips and tricks, definitely check out that closed Facebook group, and we can make sure that we share that with you guys in the chat as well. And then, of course, the giveaway reminder, don't forget, hashtag Artspira in the comment section to enter. And we're going to be giving away two of those machines today. And then secondly, but not second in priority, we are also introducing Artspira AI today. So Artspira AI is an introduction, I would say, to our AI that we're building into the app. This is just the beginning. this is where we're starting. And you'll see over, again, the next several months, new things being kind of added to this feature and enhancements. So I'm just going to walk you through on the iPad what Artspira AI is and show you some examples. So if you click Artspira AI, which will be under the new section or new tab on the bottom of your tablet or phone, you're going to see 7 different filters here. So basically you have the ability to take images, right? Like your favorite pet, your family, anything that you want to have some fun in making, and you can apply these types of filters. So we have our black and white, which is more of a simple line drawing. That one's going to be for printing, cutting, and embroidery. So as you're, transforming these images, you'll have that ability to pick which machine type and which output you're going to use it for. So silhouette, same thing. It's just going to be a background silhouette. So imagine layering different heat transfer vinyl here. The pop is for printing and embroidery. Simple is going to be also for printing and embroidery. Crayon is going to be printing only, and watercolor will be printing only, as well as manga. And at the bottom, you'll also see that there's a Create an Artspira AI project. So again, with the education, again, with the project making, this project here is going to kind of help you move along your Artspira AI journey through a beginner project. So we do intend to continue to have projects down in this section of the app. Right now, like I said, we only have that one down there at the moment. So you'll see, again, the top screen here. This is an image that somebody took of their dogs and did a single line image or single line transformation of their image. And they've used an embroidery machine. It's going to tell them what kind of supplies they need, similarly to other projects that we provide in Artspira, but again, really focused on that Artspira AI feature. So let's get out of there and let's pop into one of the filters. So I really enjoy the Crayon and some of the more like characteristic type filters, if you will. And you can kind of see it's going to give you recommendations on images. So if you're not sure, like what's going to work for me, like what is a good image, what's a bad image, we do have some guidelines here for you to check out. But I encourage you to just hop in this feature and have fun. Try different photos, see what comes out. We've been having a lot of fun here in the studio with the social team this morning, picking different images and people's pets and family members. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So for the camera roll, let's do limited access. And I'm going to select this photo of myself and my niece because I really like it. So I have this photo of myself and my niece on the beach, and I'm going to hit convert, and it's just going to tell me that there's going to be some processing time. So if you're familiar with the portrait conversion feature that we have in Artspira, this is basically going to be the same thing. So there's going to be some processing time. So we'll hit OK. It says transformation in progress. And while that is doing its thing, I'm going to grab the finished sample so that when it's done, I can hold the sample up next to the image and you guys can kind of take a look and see how that finished. But a really fun feature. And again, there's the 7 different filters. So you're definitely going to want to try all of them out. And you think about all the different things you can make, right? Tote bags, t-shirts, cosmetic bags, the options are endless, and you can kind of see some examples here, even mugs and tumblers and towels and everything. So now the image has finished converting. So this is the printing data one. So, well, I guess I don't have to show you guys because it's already up there, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when converted to embroidery data. So let me see if you guys can see that. So it's really cute, right? So imagine this on like a crew neck sweatshirt, or like if this was my sister and her daughter, it could be like a little mommy and me, crew neck with matching sweatpants. And we've even like tried like engagement and bridal stuff with this feature, like an engagement photo. And some of the stuff came out so cute. And then, of course, we can't forget about the pets, right? So this is one of the other features one of the other filters of the Artspira AI feature. So this is one of our social team members' cat. And you can see, so this image here is what the cat looks like. And then this one is the kind of more characteristic photorealism sort of AI image, if you will. So it came out really cute. And I encourage you to try it with like family members or like portraits as well, because we've tried it with like a photo of a bunch of us out at dinner, and that came out really fun as well, especially like the manga and some of these other filter types. So again, lots of different options with the Artspira AI. And then, you know, lastly, I just want to kind of remind you guys again about that giveaway. So we have the 2 sketch machines, which you guys can see here. Those are going to be given away today during the live. So hashtag Artspira in the comments to be entered for that. And I'm just going to give you guys a brief little heads up on Sketch so you know what you're getting into for this giveaway. Sketch is a really unique product. It's one that we just launched this past year. It has our first magnetic hoop in a product of this kind of level. So most of our magnetic hoops and things are typically in our higher end products that are more for that intermediate to advanced users. However, the magnetic hoop is something that we really love, and the customers, the feedback is like resounding, yes, we want more magnetic hoops. That's the way to go. So that's one thing that I absolutely love about it. Number 2 is that you can use Artspira directly with it. So you don't have to, you know, fidget with anything on the machine itself. Everything's kind of done through Artspira. So you can, again, import your own design. So that My Creations tab in Artspira, if I have designs that I've purchased from, I'm not going to say the names just because, you know, but other sources, right? Like other online shops. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. If I import those into Artspira, they're saved in My Creations. I can have up to 20 in the free, right? So I can transfer those over. I can delete ones out. I can add new ones. So I'm not limited to what is in Artspira, even though Artspira actually has over 500 free designs and over 7,000 paid subscriber designs. So that is a really fun element to the Sketch as well. And then it's just a really unique product in the size. It's very small, right? So it fits kind of back here. It's not taking up a whole lot of space. I can keep it on my desk. I can keep it in my craft room. And especially if I'm a beginner and I'm trying to get into a hobby or pick up maybe a little bit more, you know, I want to make those projects, or I have an event coming up and I just want to keep it top of mind. It's easy to keep it out. I don't have to put it back in the box and stick it in the closet, right? So really great, fun machine for beginners. This is, again, something that is going to get someone started right out the gate. And I didn't even show you, but we had a magnetic hoop right here. But it's so simple. You basically have your magnets there on the hoop. This is your 4x4. It comes with the product, and it simply just snaps in place. So as you're putting your material on here, you just lay it, snap the hoop on, and you're ready to go. You're not having to like push and kind of wrestle with the hoop with some of the other hoop styles. So again, really great product.